Let's go. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back, fellas. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on? It's John. We're back. Woo! Alright. I'm filming this Monday morning. This is a day after the Eagles made me have several anxiety attacks, a possible heart attack, many other things that the Eagles have caused me to do. But a W is a W, you know what I'm saying? All right. Win is a win, man. Man, let's jump right into the Eagles game. We're going to talk about the whole divisional round, but I got to talk about my birds for a second. All right, here we go. If there's a dog barking up there, I'm sorry. It's morning. I'm not filming this at night. I got stuff to do at night, you know. I gotta pay some bills. So we're just have to deal with the sounds in the morning, all right? Maybe one day I'll get my own studio or whatever, but today's not that day, all right? Today's not that day. Anyway, Eagles, Rams. We're not going chronological order. I don't care. All right, here we go. So, everyone's going to be talking about, Jalen Hurts passing offense. Jalen Hurts still can't pass. Jalen Hurts this, Jalen Hurts that. First of all, we won. Second of all, the whole, man, you can't rely on Saquon Barkley all the time. Well, why not? I mean, we don't have to, but why not? We have him. He's on the team. He's not going anywhere. He's on the team, right? So, that doesn't bother me. This is why we rested him, so he could have this rest so he could do what he's doing. He did the same thing against the Rams he did last time. And I was told by many people that he wouldn't do that. And guess what? He did. He, duplicated his performance, bro. Duplicated it. Stop playing with us, man. I'm just so tired of it. And it's like, Jalen Hurts has similar passing days as Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. Guess who's going to get all the questions? Jalen Hurts, right? First of all, 44-yard touchdown run. I haven't seen him do that in a long time. That was so good to see, man. And second of all, I don't know what of all I'm on at this point. But if you look back on my video, I said I want to see more decisiveness from Jalen Hurts. I want to see this. He got sacked a lot. He did. But that was also after he messed up his knee. And we got to hope it looks like it's not too serious. But I saw more decisiveness from him. I really did. On a bad A.J. Brown game, he still gave him those trust balls. I mean, if A.J. Brown comes out with a one catch, we're not playing at the end like we are. We're taking a knee, right? It's not nearly as dire as needing that defensive stop, right? That was a perfect throw. He was throwing the ball well. It was snowing. He's going to be the only quarterback that doesn't get the benefit of doubt with the snow game. I know it. But I liked what I see from Jalen, and if he's healthy, I have no concern he's going to do it again. He's going to continue to get better. All right? Defense, lights out. Shout out to the players that stepped up, man. Oren Burks was getting trashed by Eagles fans all week because it's like, Nakobe Dean's out. Oren Burks, man, this is going to be rough. This is a big hole in our defense. And there were some plays, like the one Kyron Williams run early, where it's like, man, if Nakobe Dean's there, he probably stops that run right before he breaks out, right? That's probably where Nakobe's going to stop you. But then Oren Burks is locked in, man. He laid big hits. He really helped clog up that run game. Just did an outstanding job filling in. Zach Bond was a monster as usual. Quinyon Mitchell got hurt. Doesn't look like it's going to be serious. But how about Isaiah Rodgers? Isaiah Rodgers coming in and just not missing a step. There was a one play where they took the interception from him. I'm not really that was just, you get out muscle. It is what it is. But he played such a good game. The secondary didn't skip a beat, right? And I don't normally agree with what Slay says in general these days. If you know, you know. But he said that this guy could start anywhere else. And he's right. He's a starting caliber cornerback that we have as a backup. you just struggle sometimes because when you get plopped in without being able to settle in, you just get plopped in for different plays. It's hard to get settled and hard to get your feet wet. But man, he did an outstanding job today. And that fumble recovery, electric. Man, Jalen Carter, woo! That's a bad man. That is a bad man, bro. Just, whenever they didn't double him, he ran right through for a sack. Every time. Every time they had to double him or it was an automatic sack. He's a monster, man. That sack at the end of the game was so big. And he picked up Matt Stafford earlier. He's a monster, man. And we got him in the draft, 9th overall. First of all, the fact that he dropped to 9 was crazy. But the fact that we had a 9 pick after we went to the Super Bowl is a testament to Howie Roseman's ability to make smart moves. And if you remember that year, it was all like, man, the Eagles have that pick they traded for, just in case Jalen Hurts doesn't play well, they'll get a quarterback. I'll take Jalen Carter. I will take Jalen Carter over another quarterback when we got our guy. Don't get twisted. We got our guy. I talked about Saquon Barkley already. Just like, I guess I should give credit to Slay. He did lock up. Like he played like he did his entire career, and I have my gripes about Slay, how he is as a teammate and how he is as a person, but having a 30-something-year-old lock up in a playoff game, you don't see it very often, and it's give credit where credit is due. That's all I'm going to say about that. Jake Elliott, I'm a little concerning. I made a joke that he needs like the conditions at its worst, and it to be a long field goal for him to be money. But like the extra points, man, it's a problem. And I know it was snowing, but no one else had problems hitting extra points, and it's becoming a liability, and it's a problem. When these games they're probably gonna get closer. If we Commanders, we're gonna need all the points we can get. Although I think I'll talk about that in a little bit. But just gotta be better. Just gotta be better, really. All right. So yeah, Eagles Rams. I want to say little shout outs to the Rams. Not shout out to Jared Verth because he got what he deserved when he said that crap about Eagles fans, and he got snowballed. He got booed. He had a really good game though, and he's gonna be electric. He's gonna be a great player, and it's unfortunate he had to say what he had to say because he's a kind of player you want to root for with the skill set he has. But you talk about Philly, man. You can't just say those things. You really can't, and feel like you can get away scot-free. Nah, not here, man. All right, let's go back in chronological order. Texans, Chiefs. Texans, it's just like, it's just being outmatched, and it's, now this game not as fresh on, because the other two games took a lot of my attention, but it's just like, you have a good game from C.J. Stroud, but it's just like, it's missed opportunities, it's Patrick Mahomes being Patrick Mahomes, that throw when he was like, basically horizontal to the ground, not much you can do. And Travis Kelce decided to become young again, as he does in the playoffs every time. I don't know, man. I don't know. But Texans, it's just, you play well, you drive offensively, and then you can't capitalize. And not capitalizing when you're playing the Chiefs, you're never going to win. You have to capitalize on every opportunity. You have to get points when you get points. And they didn't do that. And I know they lost a lot of weapons and injuries and whatnot, but this was a winnable game. It really was. When I said last video that this is a game that you can absolutely win, I meant that, and I still mean that. Right? They had the tools to win. but it's not taking advantage of your opportunities is going to leave the door wide open for Patrick Mahomes, and that rarely works for anyone. It doesn't work for anyone, especially in the playoffs. So, Chiefs move on. Defense played a lot better. Chris Jones, monster. We know how it goes. The defense has been a little shaky this year, but it was a good showing from them this weekend, and it's very promising. Very promising for them. In their matchup coming up with the Bills, which I'll talk about in a minute. Commanders and Lions. Wow, right? We hear us talk about. I always believed that Jared Goff was a good quarterback, but when you talk about getting over like the hump of these big games, you need lights out quarterback play. And I know there's been a big conversation of positional value. It's like, man, the running backs are really carrying. The quarterbacks are just asked to take care of the ball. What I'll say about that, a quarterback's value doesn't always show up in the yardage. We've seen with 3 of the 4 quarterbacks that won this weekend, right? And the 4th quarterback put up monster yards to get your team to win, right? And Jay Daniels. Every quarterback that won didn't turn the ball over. And that's the quarterback. That's positional value. You need a guy that's not going to turn over the ball. You need a guy that's going to manage the game and lead you to victory. All right? And I agree. The conversation about positional value is important because we have guys being underpaid like running backs like Saquon Barkley is making less than like the number 30 wide receiver in the NFL. Something like that. Something crazy like that. Don't fact check me, but I heard something like that. And they should have more value. But I don't think this weekend's slate lessens the value of a quarterback. Because when you have Jared Goff, who's always been good enough to run that offense, and when he's asked to take chances and do a little more, he throws 4 picks. Right? That's a problem. You have to take care of the ball. And he did the opposite of that. And it was bad defense against bad defense. But so giving the Commanders more opportunities when you could have easily scored, and it's just bad throw after bad throw, you're digging your own grave. You really are. Let me make sure I'm not too close to the mic. I mean, if I make you guys deaf, I'm sorry. But anyway, it's an important part of the game, and the 4 quarterbacks that won took care of the ball. The 4 that didn't take care of the ball. Stafford had the fumbles. Goff had the picks. C.J. Stroud, he had some turnovers, right? Again, that game is totally out of my memory, man. That's crazy. But like we talking about not capitalizing on opportunities. That's what that means. And then you have Lamar, who threw that pick, who threw the bad pick, the fumbles. They didn't take care of the ball. Now we have our Final 4. Jay Daniels has been outstanding, man. Outstanding. Just talk about probably the greatest rookie season we've ever seen. And I know we just said that about C.J. Stroud and Cam Newton's in that conversation, but I've never seen someone take their team to an NFC Championship game, especially a team that wasn't equipped to win right now. So we're going to talk about their matchup in a little bit. I'm running a little long, so let me get to the last game, Bills-Ravens. I mean, the name of this game was who was going to manage the better game. Monster numbers were not going to be put up. But, because the quarterback with the most conservative numbers won. But he took care of the ball. They did what they had to do. They let the run game run things. Their defense made stops when it needed to. Mark Andrews drop. That's brutal, man. One of the most, secure security blankets in the league. Drop it. It's hard. I was like, man, if I'm Mark Andrews, I'm not sleeping too well that night at all. That's brutal, man. So yeah, I mean, Buffalo we didn't see the quarterback duel we thought we were gonna see, but we still saw a good game. I picked the Bills because how they manage cold weather is objectively better than any team in the league. And you always pick the better running team, and the Bills are a good running team. I know the Ravens have Derrick Henry. I'm not saying the Bills are a better running team, but they've utilized it better. There should be no reason Derrick Henry is 86 yards in a snow game. That's inexcusable to me. I don't know if that's just me, but that's inexcusable to me. So, Bills come out on top. Let's preview these games, and then we'll get ourselves out of here. All right, NFC Championship game, Commanders Eagles. AFC Championship game, Bills Chiefs. Commanders Eagles. We match up really well against the Commanders. Why? The run game. I mean, everyone's going to bring up the fact that the Commanders stopped the run game at the second half of the Eagles game. That's because Kenny Pickett was hurt. He wasn't really throwing the ball well, so they packed the box and were run committing, so they're run committing. And you don't have the threat of Jalen Hurts. Now you have the threat of Jalen Hurts because he said he's playing, so he's there. He's going to be in. And Saquon, he's going to be just like the first half of that game and the last game, right? You can expect that. I really think Jalen Hurts is getting back in this passing game. I think he's going to really explode this game. I think the Commanders' defense is in trouble. And they were bad against the Lions, right? They had the turnovers, but objectively, they gave up 31 points to a quarterback that threw 4 picks. Right? Now, you play the best defense in the league right now, and an offense that can put stuff together at a high level, whether you like it or not, or how it's done. They can. So I just don't think this bodes well for Commanders. Am I saying they can't win? No, I'm not. Jane Daniels, I mean, he loves the moment, it seems. He really loves the moment. So I'm not counting them out. I'm not saying they can't win. I'm not even a little. I can't say I'm not nervous at all, right? But the Eagles, on paper and through the eye test, have the advantage in this game, and I think they should be able to take care of business. Again, Jane Daniels, he lives for the moment, but I have to go Eagles win 27-23. It's going to be like, there's going to be defense shown, but then they're going to get their points, right? They're going to get their points. So 27-23, Eagles win. Bills, Chiefs. I think, I like the Bills, man. I like the Bills. It's not going to be a snow game. I think Josh Allen's going to return to his superhero form. I think the Chiefs defense are going to struggle just like they did earlier when they played the Bills and lost to them. I have Josh Allen just balling out, man. And Patrick Mahomes is going to do Patrick Mahomes things. It's going to be a fantastic game. It's going to be an epic quarterback duel. Travis Kelce's going to get his. They're going to get their plays in. But I just like the Bills as a team. I like the juice they're coming with. I got the Bills, man. I got the Bills 34-28, and I believe in them, man. I think this is their year to finally break through to the Super Bowl again. And we're going to have a Bills-Eagles Super Bowl, man. The two best fan bases in the league, man. I'm excited, man. I said man a lot, but man. Man. It's going to be good. It's going to be good football. I'm excited. Let me know what you think. What are your predictions for the championship games? Who do you think your X factors are? Bulletin board material like that. All right. Go Birds. Like, subscribe, comment. Follow me on BlueSky. Follow me on TikTok. Right? TikTok's back? I don't know how I feel about that. But it's back, so you can. It's still. My TikTok account's still there. It's still there. Instagram. You know the drill. It's in the description. All right. Peace out.